When we picked this RV, did we make the right choice?
We have had 8 months and over 5,000 miles to test and try out this RV. But even after all of that,
We've really begun to ask ourselves, is this going to be our forever mobile home, or do we have plans to maybe upgrade in the future?
but first, we need to give you guys a home tour to show you what we've been working with for the past 8 months. And to give a little context about the RV itself, I wanted to walk you guys out here and show you the RV, which is the Jayco Eagle 319 MLOK with the rear kitchen. It comes with dual awnings, it's 36 feet in length, and it comes with dual axles as well. But more about the outside a little bit later on in this video. I wanted to walk you guys back inside and start with the kitchen.
So we'll start with the kitchen. This is where the magic happens. Has a 3-burner set stove, and everything works off of propane.
You have your normal residential size microwave, which, you know, if you are running off of 30 amps, it does take a little longer to heat up, but when you're on 50 amps, you can't notice a difference.
Next up, we have the rear kitchen sink, which is actually what sold me on this specific floor plan itself, just because I love the windows in the back. I am the one that typically does the dishes, so I love that it's a dual sink, so I'm able to get a lot more done. Next, we have the residential refrigerator. Open this up. Got the refrigerator and the freezer.
Which we have broken a few shelves before, by the way.
Next is our dining table. We have more windows here. This actually extends a little bit longer if we need some extra room. We have our nice island, which is actually where I utilize most of the counter space to get prepped for cooking. That's pretty much it for the kitchen. It took a little bit of adjusting to get used to some of the tight spaces, but all in all, I really enjoy it. Trey's not actually allowed in the kitchen while I'm in here, so it gives me plenty of enough room. I also really enjoy the extra space and storage that it offers. So we keep our pots and pans located here. A lot of our utensils and other items like spices down in these drawers. I keep a lot of the rice storage here. We also have a pantry available where I keep all of my other items like plates, cups, a lot of mugs that I refuse to part with.
Yes, a lot of mugs.
And a lot of other just pantry items that I keep here as well. So lots of extra storage, very happy with it.
Side note, one of my favorite things is these 2 bar stools that it came with. I'm sure that all the RVs come with their own bar stools, but it was a nice little touch just to have it.
Next up is our living room, which is where we do a lot of our relaxing. So this is actually the original furniture that the fifth wheel came with. Even after all of our travel so far, they've held up pretty well.
Yeah. And this one that I'm sitting on, this like little sofa, love seat, whatever you would call this, actually extends out into a bed. So we haven't had guests just yet, but we do plan on here in the near future have a few guests come over. So this is where they're gonna be sleeping. Actually, let's go ahead and break it out. I've never taken this out, so I can't wait to see what this looks like.
You get it. You get it.
And next up, I want to bring you guys to the entertainment center, which really my favorite thing about this is the electric fireplace, which, you know, is electric, does not use propane, which is a huge saver in the winter. So you have a few modes here. So it has about 3 different modes, and you know, on a cool morning, I'm usually at number 1 or number 2, but on a cold morning in the winter, back when we're in Arizona, we're on red, number 3. We need those flames on. But other than that, we have our speaker system from JBL, and this can play inside, it can play from the TV, it can play from aux, and Bluetooth as well, and it can play on the outside where you have the external speakers as well. So that's a pretty nice system here, and we have a 48-inch TV, which is nice. I just keep on saying that, everything is just nice.
This is what it would normally look like, but in reality, this is what it would normally look like. My workstation where I work normally during the week, Trey's workstation, and his other workstation where he does his editing. Next up is the bedroom. When Trey and I first purchased the RV, it does come with its own king-size mattress for this particular floor plan that we have. I am just very picky about my sleep. I like to make sure that I'm very comfortable, and we already had our own king-size Tempur-Pedic mattress, so we were able to switch it on out. We have our closet, which the RV also comes with full washer and dryer hookups, so that was very nice. I can do laundry. We have our TV, which is mounted up on the wall there, our dresser. I have this nice little bookshelf that Trey was able to make for me. It was a little DIY project. The bedroom itself, as far as size, is pretty cozy in my opinion. Yes, whenever we're both in the room and we're trying to either get changed or something like that, it can get a little cramped, but it's not too bad. The bed itself lifts up and it has extra storage, and we keep extra blankets and other bins underneath it. Let's take you to the bathroom next.
Which honestly is just a bathroom. You know, you got your normal sink right here, you know, your loo, and then your shower. So you do have a little cabinet space in here where you can put all of your, you know, bathroom accessories, items, and all that good stuff. And then you have a little bit, you have a little bit of space behind here. Put all your other accessories there. And you do have some under the sink storage as well. But we do use a dehumidifier for a bathroom to keep all the moisture out so we don't build up any mold or anything. Yeah, that is the bathroom. Alright, so it's time to show you guys a little bit of the outside, the exterior of this Jayco, which as a guy, this has kind of sold me on it a little bit, but it has the exterior kitchen, which I'm not a big drinker, so I just fill up most of this with just water, and it does come with its own fridge. So with more water, actually let me put a little bit more in here. Taste some of that. It does come with its own lights. Can y'all guys see that? Yeah, y'all can see that coming on. It comes with blue lights as well. So that's pretty nice. So whenever we're on the road and need to step out, grab some water at a rest stop, we don't actually have to go inside the store and go buy any water. We just come out here, grab water, come back in the truck, and we're good to go. That's kind of nice. Without having to go back inside, as you know, with the slides taken in and everything, it's a hassle. And the feature I probably use the most are these awnings for the outside. Something about having shade, especially when we went out towards the desert, and you know, during the summer months, this is critical for me and the dogs to be able to have. And they work. I haven't had a single issue out of them. I do put like a little bit of WD-40 on them. I'm not sure if any of you guys recommend like just grease, but I didn't see any grease fitting, so I just put a little bit of WD-40 on it, and it seems to do the trick. So yeah, love these things. So you have two 30-pound propane tanks. They last you about, in the summer, about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks per tank. So that's what I'm running off of them. In the winter, they're about 2 weeks a tank. And guys, for you full-timers, this is the make it or break it deal for how much you need to downsize. This is your storage right here. Not sure if you can see it all the way to the other end, but it does run flush through the other side. And this, you know, I have my backpacking gear, I have our travel bags, you have some extra blankets, you know, you have all your stuff that you need. And we have one more additional storage spot, and I'll show you that here in a second. This is going to be right in front of the RV. This is where I keep the dog food at. This is the outdoor grill that goes on the very back of the RV. And then you got your batteries over there. So it's its own little compartment within here that you know, everything has its space. And some of you might be wondering what I run for my hitch, and I use an Anderson hitch. I actually had the dealership install this. This is what they recommended. This is what they sold me on. So this is what I use, and honestly, it's been great so far. I haven't had not one single issue. It's quiet. I do put a little WD-40 up under here from time to time. I'm thinking about actually putting like a little thin film of grease in here and on the top of the hitch. But it's quiet, it gets the job done. It's simple for me to use for a first timer, so that's something I did like. So I think this is the 2nd generation Anderson hitch. Okay, so this is the other side of the RV storage system. We're on the, essentially where all the RV components go. This is where your auto leveling system is as well, as far as your water hookups are, where like my sewage, my power, my water, everything that I use to connect to the RV, this is where that side is. There's the auto leveling system here, and whenever you get started, the first thing you have to do is just press these two up and down, and then like when you're getting set up, you just want to press auto level. It'll do the whole thing for you. Never had any issue with it failing yet. You know, like I always like knock on wood, don't want to speak in absolute. And then whenever you get ready, you just press the hitch height whenever you get ready to hitch back up, and then whenever you sit down or whenever you get hitched up, you can just press retract all, which is that lower button right here, and then you're good to go. And the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is the slide out toppers. This is what I was sold by on the from the dealership, and I got it for all slides, and I think it was about $700 or $800 per slide. Which so far they've kept a lot of branches, they've kept a lot of rain, they've kept a lot of just like stuff building up from being on the inside or the top of the slide, so when you bring them back in, you don't get it stuck in the slide itself. So they just kind of help protect it.
We still have a long ways to go before we make it back home in time for the holidays, which means we will continue to test out our rig. Hopefully don't see many more repairs in our future, especially since we have our yearly service that we're gonna have done in December.
Right, and until December, we're gonna have a very fun journey on the way back home, because we have about 3 more stays here in Washington. We have LaConner, we have Grand Prix Creek, and we have it's like Little Diamond, I believe it is, outside of Spokane.
Is it Spokane or Spokane? I need someone to say.
Actually, it's Spokane.
Is it Spokane?
Yeah, I think so.
He keeps saying Spokane, and it rubs off on me.
I'm about to get eaten alive down you guys. Be easy on me. But you know, guys, we're gonna be going through Idaho, Montana, Salt Lake City. We're gonna spend a month in Colorado before we head back home for the holidays. And that's when we're planning on getting everything serviced. I think we arrived back home about a week before.
We're planning a week before Thanksgiving, so
yes,
fingers crossed. That's what we're planning to do. Mom will kill you if we don't make it back in time.
But it's gonna be so much fun getting back there. I mean, what do you think? Should we just create like a travel series from the moment we leave Washington until we get back? I think that would be pretty fun, because there's gonna be a lot of back-to-back weekends of just on the move. Yes, it's gonna be tiring, but I'm looking forward to it.
We're excited.
But for now, we're gonna love our new Jayco. We are pretty excited. I mean, when we came up with the cons list, we only came up with like 3 things, and it took us a while to even come up with those. So we're gonna love it, make some more memories in it. And guys, we will see you in our next adventure as we go from Chehalis to Olympic National Park, back up to LaConner next weekend. So tune back in. We'll see you then. Peace, much love.